What up, people? It's your boy Chig from Green Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This assignment is to do our player ratings from the Arsenal versus Tottenham game that we lost. Yeah, it's never good to lose to them lot. We got knocked out of the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. But as all Arsenal fans are saying today, fuck the Carabao Cup, is a shit club anyway. It is what it is. I think these player ratings are going to be pretty interesting because there is a massive debate about Iwobi. And I've already had a couple of people tweet me asking me how I felt Iwobi played yesterday. Let's find out. So let's start with Petr Cech in goal. His kicking is so bad, yo. His kicking is so bad. I didn't appreciate how bad it is until I saw it yesterday in person, live for myself. It is so bad. I have to give him... He didn't make any calamitous errors, but that's just that kicking, man. I'll give him a 5. He was on par. I just weren't impressed by him yesterday. And as someone who's been a massive advocate for him playing in this particular game, he didn't do anything to stamp his ground. So yeah, 5 out of 10. Let's talk about the 3 at the back. Oh, right. So let's talk about Socrates. I thought Socrates was pretty good. Probably one of the few players who could hold his head up high and think, you know what, I did all right. But he was still part of that defense that opened like a Taiwan hooker to allow Dele Alli to run through like that. It was just, it was so disappointing. It was so heart-wrenching as someone sat there watching just this defense just part like the Red Sea. It was like, what the hell's going on? So I have to mark him down a little bit for that. But I also have to consider the fact that he was playing with the defense he was playing with. And I use the word defense very, very loosely. So, but with that being said, I thought he was a 6 out of 10 yesterday. Granit Xhaka. I'm not even going to shit on Granit Xhaka too tough, you know. To me, he's being asked to play a position that's not his position. I don't get this fascination from Emre playing Granit Xhaka. You know, don't get it twisted, people. Because I'm criticising Emre doesn't mean I've lost hope with Emre. And this is why I think the fan base has got it twisted, that you can't criticise because then it will mean that you're against the manager that you asked for so many years. No. I'm allowed to critique something. Just because I asked for something new doesn't mean I'm not allowed to critique it. You know, I don't understand the mentality of that. It's like me saying I need a new sofa, right? I actually do need a new sofa, right? If I get my new sofa and it don't feel right, am I not allowed to critique it and send it back if I'm not happy? I don't understand that mentality either. So I'm going to fucking critique it. And Granit Xhaka playing in central defence is nuts. This man can't defend when it comes to playing as a number 6. How the hell do you expect him to defend when he's playing as a centre-back? You know, for all of the praise that I can give Granit Xhaka about improving, let's not get it twisted. Would he have shown that same level of improvement with someone that isn't named Lucas Torreira? You guys already know the freaking answer to that. So let's be real here. Lucas Torreira has more of a chance being good in that position than Granit Xhaka. I'm sorry. He was poor yesterday. Poor. 3 out of 10. Monreal as left back. I thought Monreal was good yesterday. I did. In my personal opinion, I thought whenever there was a threat, particularly in the second half, it was coming from the left-hand side. And Monreal was responsible for that. I thought he was making really good, incisive runs, which he, at some point was trying to bulldoze his way forward, especially because he was on my side, specifically my side in the second half. So I really got to witness that. And as someone who's very recently come back from injury, I think he's putting in a lot of effort at the moment. It's going unsung. To me, I'd go as far as to give him a 7. I thought he was pretty good. Maitland-Niles, on the other hand, oh dear, that was the worst game I've seen him play. I was very disappointed, and I know he's out of position, but man, you are not meant to be that bad. You have never been that bad as a left back. You're right-footed. Doesn't make... just every time the ball came to him and you're expecting him to cross the ball, he would flop. He just wouldn't beat the first man. It was like, what is this? What's going on? Poor from Ensley. I'm sorry. And I love the kid. And I think he's very unlucky because he's not getting games as a number 6 or a number 8, which is where his positions are. But, man, I was very disappointed. Tried, though. But the quality just weren't there. 4 out of 10. Lucas Torreira was easily our man in the match. And I don't normally like to give people more than a 7 when we've lost, especially to fucking Tottenham. But purely for his effort, he was the only one that looked like he understood what the fucking game meant. So I'll give him an 8. I thought he was very, very good. Guendouzi, I don't think Guendouzi was as terrible as people were making out, but man, my man loves a backwards pass, yo. There were so many times when we were losing, and I thought, bruh, we really urgently need to get the ball forward. Pass the ball forward. This man will pass the ball backwards. And I ain't gonna lie, by the 8th or 9th time, it was really pissing me off. But I always have to remember, he's 19. He's developing. He's 19. He's developing. But no, that weren't it, man. That weren't it. 5 out of 10. Ahhhhh Iwobi. Let's talk about Ahhhhh Iwobi. Now, there's a big debate as to whether or not he played poorly or played amazingly well. Let me be the first to say, I don't think he played amazingly well. Not even close. I don't think he's as poorly as people made out that he played. People were acting like he was the worst player on the pitch. I don't think so. I actually thought he was slightly better than he was at the weekend, to be honest. But I still think it's not good enough from Iwobi. I don't know what's going on with this kid, man. I don't know. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying because people will say it's because he's Nigerian. It ain't even really that. I ain't gonna lie, it's a little bit that, but it ain't really that. It's more, he's a young player. He's one of our own. And when I say R, I don't even mean R as in Nigeria. I mean R as in this is a kid that's come up from an academy. And there was so much promise there when I thought to myself, my man was channeling finally that JJ Okocha blood. But I got scared. As someone who was sat there, as someone who wants to see Ahhhhh Iwobi do well, every time he got the ball and I was in the crowd, I was praying that this guy would just release the ball to someone. Please don't give it away. Please, 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 bruh. Please, just please. And I thought to myself, why the fuck should I feel like that as a fan? Just because I want the kid to do well. And I just thought to myself, you know, maybe it might be best for his career and everyone else's if he just leaves, you know. I've said it before and I say it again. I think the kid has something. But I don't see him succeeding at Arsenal. That's the reason I put him on the chopping block in the first place. You know, he has talent. He has something there. But I just don't see it for Arsenal. Yeah, people make a lot of jokes about his Crystal Palace level. I actually think he'd do really well for Crystal Palace. I really do. I think he would do amazingly well for Crystal Palace. Him and Zaha in the same team, I think would be interesting. 5 out of 10. I don't think he was as terrible as people made out, but he was definitely not man of the match. 5 out of 10. Finally, Eddie Nketiah. I'll be honest, it wasn't a good game from the kid. And again, that's another one that I desperately wanted to see do well. Finally, Emre gave him his chance. 20 minutes to go, he came on. It's like, all right, Eddie, come on. Let's make yourself a hero now. Come on. And they stuck him out on the right, which I didn't think helped him. He was lightweight. Danny Rose bullied him, if I'm being honest. Didn't really make a contribution. And between him and Ainsley Maitland-Niles on the right, our right was impotent. It was completely impotent. We were never going to get back in that game. You know what? I ain't going to score the kid. It just wasn't a good game. Emre, in my opinion, I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. I think he made some fatal errors. Fatal errors. I think his substitutions, for the very first time, I thought were terrible. I don't know why he brought Mkhitaryan off. In all honesty, if I'm being real, should have brought Iwobi off. Even I'm saying that. You should have brought Iwobi off. Yeah, the team, man. The starting lineup to the substitutes to Xhaka playing in defence against Tottenham, man. Against Spurs, bruh. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It would have been easier to take if he had played Medley there and then Medley made those mistakes. At least you could say, well, at least Emre gave a youngster a chance in his position and the kid weren't ready. But to play Xhaka there, it's just 4 out of 10, man. But I ain't lost faith with Emre. But for me, he's got to learn quicker. And he's got to learn about this team. The Ozil thing, for me, the way I see it is if Ozil is not a player that he fancies, get rid of him. Get rid of him. Don't even fuck around. Get rid of him. And it looks like, I don't want to look foolish by the time I record this, but it looks like, as I record this, Ozil's future looks bleak, shall we say, but let's see. Anyway, people, you let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, crush, destroy, drop kick the shit out of that like button. I appreciate every time you guys do that. And also actually put what your ratings are. I'm always interested to see what people's ratings are. What is your 1 to 10 ratings for all the players yesterday? All right, I'm out of here. Take care. Aaron James Ramsey, on the other hand, was not good. Someone who produced an amazing performance against, sorry, I had to check something. An amazing performance against Tottenham. The first time we played them in the league was just a shadow of himself. And to me, this is what for as much as people want to laud that, you know, Aaron Ramsey is this, you know, incredible professional, that he's not moaned, he's not, for me, he's playing like a shadow of himself. You know, yes, he's turned in the occasional performances that have got him a pass with the fans, but he hasn't done it often enough. For me, I would have liked to have seen, and I know I keep saying for me, but in my opinion, I would have liked to have seen Aaron Ramsey turn in the type of performance that makes us regret ever taking that contract off the table. And he hasn't done that. He's better off gone, in my view. And to me, especially doing those flicks and shit that he was doing in the first half, it was really pissing me off. 4 out of 10. I thought he was terrible. Flipping heck. I thought he was really terrible. 4 out of 10. Speaking of terrible, Aubameyang. I'm going to give him a 5. Purely on the basis that at least he kept trying. But something ain't right there, man. He's missing chance after chance after chance at the moment. I don't know what's going on. He doesn't get involved a lot in the play. At least yesterday, I saw him drop deep a couple of times to try and collect the ball, which is usually a Lacazette move, ironically. But yeah, it weren't working. It weren't coming off. He hit the post at least a good 2 times. So did the team hit the woodwork a couple of times. We just missed so many fucking chances. For me, yeah, 5 out of 10. Let's talk about the subs real quick. A Lacazette. I'll be honest, I really wanted Lacazette to start this game, but when he did come on, didn't make much of a difference. I'll give him a 5 out of 10. Koscielny contributed, to be perfectly frank, with the goal that we gave away. So to me, I'd give Koscielny a 3 out of 10. Mkhitaryan, who I forgot also started the game, for some reason was taken off at half-time, I actually thought was playing really well. And I'm a Mkhitaryan critic, but I actually thought was playing pretty well for him. And then just got mysteriously taken off. I actually thought he was probably our spark in that first half. And for whatever reason, we took him off at half-time. But to me, he was playing well enough. And I'd give him a 6 out of 10.